Hi, Junior. This is just my notes. I'm not reading to you. I told you probably in December that you're going to have an opportunity in the spring for a job shadow experience, okay? And I want to give you some more information about that today. I want to remind you that when I told you that in, I think it was December, I told you that last year's juniors said that they found this opportunity most beneficial if they put in a little legwork on their own to schedule their own job shadow experience. But I do want to let you know that we will have opportunities for you that are sort of school planned as well, okay? This date for this is March 29th, so it's like 2 months away. Plenty of time to think about it, plenty of time for us to plan some options for you. If you're going to choose to do the school plan thing, I'm going to talk about that first, okay? It's going to be, we're going to leave on buses or vans, depending on the group, at about 8 o'clock. This is going to be one of our CCLR days. So that whole chunk of the morning is what we've got dedicated to this for you. And you'll be returning to school between 11:30 and noon. Again, if you choose that school plan thing, we'll have 1 or 2 tours to different companies based on your career interests, okay? And I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. Again, you're encouraged to select interests that you have for your career, not what your friend wants to be when they grow up, okay? This is a better experience for you if you investigate something that you legitimately want to go into. And then what we found from job shadows, in fact, you do this now if you go on a job shadow as a day out of school, is there's a reflection form that goes with that, and we will build that into either that college and career and life ready day or a following homeroom day, okay? That's the school plan thing. How about if you want to plan your own? Okay, a few things to keep in mind if you're thinking, I got some places I'd like to go. Want to spend a minimum of 3 hours. Now, if that means going 2 places, that's okay. But most of the time, you're going to be able to connect with people and stay there and learn from them for 3 hours. This is not a take your kid to work day. So that's great if your parents have a job that you're interested in, then utilize that connection they have with other people in their line of employment to job shadow somebody else. Like, don't do Buddy the Elf and sit in the corner of the office space all day, right? This is not for you to go work at a current job you have if you have a current job, okay? This is also not we're not going to utilize West Salem School District as a location. So while we would be super thrilled if you have interest in education or in maintenance or things like that, but we're not going to send 50 of you over to the elementary school. Chances are you were at our elementary school, and second of all, we can't overwhelm our own people, okay? We had a great group go to a lacrosse school last year. Good experience if you want to do something in education. If you choose your own self-led experience, there still is that reflection form, okay? And again, we'll build that in for you to have an opportunity to do that. If you choose to do a self-planned experience, you're going to have to confirm with us that you have that plan. And there'll be a way to do that in early March. But it's going to entail this. You're going to need to have an email from them that you're going to save as a picture or PDF to probably upload to a Google form or something like that. That contains your name, that contains the business name, that contains the contact name of the person you're going to connect with, and their phone number and email address. You can imagine that, there'd be reasons for us to reach out and verify your experience at that. But also, we've got like 15 or 20 of these from last year that if you show up and are like, hey, I want to go do XYZ, but I don't know who to contact, we've got all the contact information from last year. So it's a resource for us ultimately to help you find a good experience. Last couple things. This is a day of school and a required activity. So especially with a business career interest and then not showing up is not a good look on you, and it's not a good look on us. And future connections that we try to make with West Salem High School students and businesses. So it's a required day. So only verified absences with appointment notes are going to be allowed on that day. Everything else is going to be deemed truant, and corresponding school consequences would go with that. So we value that experience so much that we're playing those foundations, and then we're giving you those two options. Okay? That sheet where I just talked from the notes, this beautiful video, are going to be shared with you and your folks so that we're all on the same page. And tomorrow in homeroom, not only are you going to get information about our CCLR day next Wednesday, but you're also going to get an opportunity to start to let us know, do you have something in mind? And what career clusters are you interested in, so we can start to make connections and have school planned trips if you choose to do that. And why don't you hit stop there?